What got you your first $10,000 will not get you your next $100,000. Bet on that. So that's why you need a new playbook. And I'm going to show you mine. It's very straightforward. Your playbook is composed of 4 major elements: lead generation, sales, onboarding, and fulfillment. So let's talk about them. And let's get started with lead generation. You need to master that, because at the end of the day, if you don't have good leads, you don't even have a business. It's not the clients that make the business, it's the quality of your leads, because a client can leave you at any given time. That has happened to me many times. And then I'm scrambling to find new leads and new clients. Screw that. That doesn't happen anymore, because lead generation has saved my business forever. I have a list of 30,000 plus people. I have 200,000 followers across my social medias. So lead generation is quite simple for me. Now, that said, how to actually master lead generation? It's straightforward. And let me tell you a quick story. When I began with social media, I didn't actually know how to monetize it. So I just posted content thinking that people would buy stuff from me just because I have a pretty face. But that didn't happen. It seems that my face ain't that pretty after all. For that reason, I started learning more about lead generation, and I discovered one little thing, and it's that it all starts by giving out free products. But not any kind of free product. It's a product that, where the product ends, your service or your coaching starts. So it's not about giving everything. It's about giving a peek into your systems, into your processes, so that people can get a taste of it. So eventually you can then say, hey, buy my stuff. So if you give away everything, you're not leaving any room for progress. So for that reason, I usually suggest people to start with some kind of checklist or a very short 50-30 minute video going through the steps of their systems, which is exactly what I'm doing right now, by the way. So that free product you must promote every day, and you gotta do that shamelessly. Like, imagine there's no world tomorrow, that you need that client today or you're dead, which is a big thing that a lot of creators and coaches and service providers don't realize. Lead generation is a daily thing. So it's not just only about promoting your shit online. It's also about connecting with people in the direct messages and talking with them and understanding their problems and figuring out if they're actually a good fit to work with you. Can you see how that works? So lead generation is a daily thing, and it all starts with a free product that you give away for free, obviously. And in exchange, you get people's emails, which I should have told you before. And the way that looks like is, let me show you my screen right now. So I have this free guide where I show you how to build a very simple funnel to get people on the phone or to buy your stuff through a landing page. It all starts by giving me your email. And as soon as you give me your email, I'm going to start sending you emails, sometimes daily, sometimes every other day, so that you understand that I am the right person to help you out. So if you do this long enough, not only will you become a master at generating leads, but also a master at everything else, at converting those leads into clients, which is actually the next element of this system, which is mastering sales. Look, you've got to reach out to every single person that got your free stuff, the free checklist, the free guide, the free course. And remember, sales is not just about talking about yourself. It's about these 3 major things: understanding the pains of your potential buyer, learning to convey the value of your offers, and of course, tailoring the pitch in a way that people say, oh, damn, that's actually the right solution to my current problem. And if you want to get more into the world of sales, I'm going to leave a resource down below so that you can download a very simple sales script where I explain how to conduct a powerful sales call to almost always get a yes, and how to turn all of these pains, needs, goals, and desires that people tell you in that specific sales call into a pitch that they say, okay, yes, where do I swipe my credit card? Now, the next element of this system is mastering onboarding. So those first 7 days after closing the deal, my friend, you need to make your clients feel like royalty. And the way I like doing that is by giving people access to a client area where they can see their tasks, their KPIs, the resources that I've created for them, and of course, the onboarding sequence where I'm going to show them how to use the client portal, where they're going to get access to all of the invoices, where I'm going to be asking them a few questions to better understand their needs and desires, and finally an FAQ so they can know where to contact me, what's my phone, my emails, all of these things. And the beauty about this client area is that This is the client diary that I use for both my coaching and my services. It's the same thing. And the difference is, of course, the information that I add right here in the KPIs, the resources, and of course, the tasks. So whenever I sign a new client, they get access to something like this and they love it. Specifically the coaching clients, because in the coaching world right now, most coaches, they just have like an Excel spreadsheet and weekly calls, which end up devolving into talking about family, about friends, and nothing related to the coaching itself. So just by giving people access to some kind of client, that alone will give you a 5-star rating. And it would set the tone for the subsequent weeks or months of your coaching program. This also applies perfectly for your services too. So it's not coaching alone. And now the final element. You need to master fulfillment, because fulfillment is the key. In other words, delivering on your promises. And I love using Notion for this, which is where I just showed you like the client portal. There you can upload your deliverables, your tasks, everything that you need the client to know, so you can keep that person up to speed about everything you do for that person, because the communication is also one of the keys of fulfilling. I remember a few weeks ago, one of my clients, I was selling his coaching for a while and I got into 10 sales calls and I closed 3 people. 3 of these people paid us $3,000. That's $9,000 in sales, right? Thing is that my client was a little bit disappointed because he thought that it was easier to sell the coaching. He wanted 20 people, not knowing that closing 3 people out of 10 at $3,000 for the specific coaching program that I was selling on his behalf was a massive success. So I failed drastically on not conveying the real truth about selling that kind of coaching through the phone. In fact, let me tell you, man, I am so disappointed because I really failed to convey this. We sold that coaching and he wasn't even doing the coaching. He was just the pretty face in front of everything. The coaching was actually being done by a coach that we hired. And of course, the client that joined knew that there was another coach that was going to coach them, not the creator, the influencer that I was working with. That was on me. I failed to convey the reality of selling that kind of coaching that we were selling. So I failed to fulfill all my promises, but not because I failed on fulfilling like the deliverables and the results and the outcome, but because I failed to convey the truth of selling that kind of coaching. Despite being a success in my mind, in my client's mind, it was a failure because it did not meet his expectations. So for that reason, use an app like Notion or Slack to over-communicate. Look, even if they don't read the freaking text messages that you're sending them, over-communicate, because whenever they, let's say, start complaining or whatever, you can always refer back to those messages. And you can tell them, look, we talked about this a while ago. And that way they say, okay, my bad. And you don't have to take the blow for their own mistakes, because clients, my friend, sometimes they skip a few steps and they don't read everything you send because they're busy doing something else, whatever. But still, it's good to have everything in writing. And look, if you're focused on getting results like increasing your income by, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 per year, I would highly recommend you to go down below and download this guide that I'm just showing you in the screen, because it's a free resource that describes step by step every single part of my own system to sell my coaching programs, my services, dude, and even my information products. It's that powerful. Anyhow, my name is Jose Ricardo Rosado. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to download that free resource down below. And if you need help with setting your funnels, your landing pages, or some kind of coaching where I show you how to set up all of your systems, there's a link down below so you can book a call with me and we can get started with this beautiful process of building up your system so you can get more sales, get more followers, and of course, find more freedom. Talk to you soon.